So tell us, why are these residents going evil? What the hell is happening?
Well, this pretty much it got to start off at the beginning. It's Leon Kennedy's actually an agent for the U.S. government after the destruction of Raccoon City when there was a biohazard outbreak that went on in 1998. So it's 2004 now. He's a U.S. agent. He's being sent to find the president's daughter, Ashley Graham, who was kidnapped. Is being held in Spain somewhere. So Leon's sent to go find her, and we have no idea why these residents are going crazy. Apparently has something to do with a parasite, a new parasite called Las Plagas. And there's a big bad guy named Osmond Sadler that wants to use the president's daughter for some reason. I'm not gonna spoil it just for people that haven't played the original or anything like that. But he's holding on to the president's daughter. Leon gets infected pretty early on, much like the daughter in the game. He's using her for some big bad, like take over the fucking world type of thing. It's a pretty silly thing going on up here. But one thing I will say about the characters in this game, they're much better than the original. I mean, in the original game, Leon goes into a cabin right at the beginning. He asks a guy, "Hey, have you seen this person?" The guy talks back to Leon in Spanish. Leon's like, "Oh, wow, okay, whatever. I don't know what your deal is." But in this game, Leon, he's in Spain, so he knows a bit of Spanish and shit like that. So
Hmm.
that's actually something that's really cool going on with the writing and everything like that up here. Villains in this game are much better. Jack Krauser, even though he's kind of a typical villain, they give him a bit of a backstory. Like they mentioned something that was called Operation Javier, which was the Leon and Krauser's first mission together, where they worked together.
Hmm.
Where Krauser was a good guy, and Krauser's actually a guy that actually trained Leon to become a U.S. agent and everything like that. So Major Jack Krauser. Um, he's a pretty cool character in this game. And then we have Ada Wong once returning that we last saw in Resident Evil 2. We thought she fell to her death. One thing that does bother me here that I thought Leon would have a bit of a shocker seeing her again is that he thought she was dead. This is the first time seeing her since Resident Evil 2, I believe, but he's not shocked at all. I mean, that's something they could actually work on. But yeah, overall, the writing's a lot better in this game. I think you guys will definitely like this game. Like, I don't know what kind of games you guys are into or anything
Hmm.
like that, but Resident Evil 4 is probably, this remake right here is probably my favorite game of all time, to be
What?
honest. Because the original Resident Evil 4 was my favorite. And then Resident Evil 2 remake finally topped it. And then
Hmm.
finally, this topped Resident Evil 2 remake. So, yeah,
Yeah.
that's going from a huge Resident Evil fan right here.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Resident Evil 4, this remake is getting a lot of attention. Some people say it's going to be a game of the year candidate when all of the year is said and done. I still have to get through Resident Evil 2 remake. I remember you and me were playing that. You kind of guided
Yeah.
me through it. And then it always sucks because I get to a certain point, then I stop playing it for a long time. Then I go back and like I don't know where the hell I am. I gotta whole restart the shit right from the beginning again. But yeah, with this Resident Evil 4, so I've seen a lot of people playing it, talking about it. The combat seems a lot more improved. The parry system, a lot of people have been
Hmm.
praising that. Can you talk about a little bit about the
Yeah.
combat there?
Oh yeah, the combat system is actually pretty awesome. I mean, they have it's kind of a mixture between 2 and 3. Two, it was the if you have a knife on you, you can pretty much, I guess, stop yourself from taking damage by hitting R2, but instead of getting like hit with the blade or something like that, or they'll try to choke you, you can pull out your knife and stab them in the neck so you won't take any damage. Or you can parry it or even dodge. Dodge was actually in Resident Evil 3 because in Resident Evil 3 they got rid of the what was it? I guess the not parry system, something like that thing I was explaining with the
Hmm.
knife. Then just did a dodge mechanic because if you have a dodge and a parry thing, I guess in one game it would be too much. But in this game, yeah, the combat's amazing. Oh, one thing I want to say about the voice acting, I forgot to mention this, was Lily Gao. She played Ada Wong. You guys probably didn't hear about this. Her
Hmm.
voice acting in the game is kind of bad. Like the first time you play the game, you'll definitely notice her voice acting. It just sounds like she's reading the this is her first time with the lines. Like she's seen them for the first time and she's just reading them out loud. It's really bad. But second time she's not too bad, but she's kind of been harassed online and everything like that. I think she deleted her Twitter or something. I don't know, her
Oh,
Instagram.
damn.
But yeah, it was really bad. But I don't think people should be bullying her. She's not as bad, but apparently the studio wanted it to go down forever. But yeah, I just wanted to throw that in there. But yeah, the combat system's amazing. I think you guys would definitely love that shit in here.
Yeah, and I know like, one of the complaints about RE4, the original, was that how clunky it was. You know, it had kind of the controls that most kind of RE games have. You feel like that's much better. You know, controlling Leon, that kind of movement. Do you feel like that's much better here?
Oh yeah. The combat system and the movements, yeah, they're definitely better. I mean, Resident Evil, you talking about the original Resident Evil 4, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because the original Resident Evil 4, that was one of the first times I think a video game was on the whole over the shoulder thing. That's one of the first games to do that. The original Resident Evil games, they were fixed cameras and everything like that. Like you're watching the character from a corner or something like that. It was just fixed camera systems going on. So yeah, the controls are still better, but they're kind of the same. But it's definitely a major improvement on the original. Graphics are amazing.
Yeah, does look it's a really gorgeous game too. Yeah. Ashley, is she still annoying as hell, or they made an
Oh
improvement to?
no.
Okay.
Ashley, they did not make her annoying at all. She's actually more, like I said, all the characters in her are a lot better. Ashley, she's definitely not annoying. They got a better voice actress for her. She's amazing. She everybody in this game is kind of relatable except the villains. I think the only villain that I guess you would say that is relatable is Jack Krauser. And you could probably kind of wonder why fucking U.S. government guys working with, I guess, the bad guys. They explain it in here. Don't want to say too much, but you know how guys in movies and shit like that, they felt the government betrayed them and shit like that. So there's that type of thing going on here. But yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Any questions, Nick, about the game? Yeah.
You pretty much covered all the questions I had.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Yeah, I'm excited to play it. It's just, man, I know it's $60, but I want to be able to finish a game and then move on to another game. Like I said, I haven't still finished RE2. I want to finish that and then move on to RE4. But I'm hearing a lot of really wonderful things about this RE4 game. And yeah, I mean, like you said, it's your favorite game of all time.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, it doesn't have like damn, I'm trying to think. Like, I probably like combat in certain games more, but this game is just so perfect. Like the beautiful graphics, the characters, the writing, everything's like top notch here. Like I said, the only thing that's probably off this game is probably Ada Wong, and even the dialogue they gave Leon, some of his one-liners even better. Like he actually quotes fucking Pulp Fiction in this video game on one part. It's actually pretty funny. He tells there's like these knights that come to life, like I said, parasites in them and they're in armor. He goes, I'm gonna get medieval on your asses and shit like that. I was not
Oh.
expecting that shit, but yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, it
I
was
thought you
pretty
were gonna say Leon's out here saying nigga. I thought you was gonna say he was out here saying that.
Do you see a sign that says dead storage?
Dang.
shit. But yeah, the game's amazing. I think like you think you're gonna skip Resident Evil 3, you're gonna do 2 and then jump into 4.
Yeah, because I heard 3 wasn't really all that good, so I'm gonna skip 3 and then move on to 4. And because I think 3 was maybe the first RE game I ever played. Maybe I think when I had my first PlayStation, I think RE3 was maybe the first one I ever played. Because I remember Nemesis. Nemesis was the villain
Yeah.
there. So I think RE3 was the first one. But yeah, I think I'm gonna skip that one and just go to 4. That's what
Yeah,
I'm gonna do.
already 3. It's actually the remake is good. It's just think about it, it's just really short. That's the only thing about it. Like they kind of rush certain things in the game. They cut out things from the original, like Nemesis. He has a bunch of different transformations he goes through in the original game. And this one, he kind of just goes from the form you guys have seen him with, like he's carrying around like the rocket launcher and shit like that, to where he turns to like a giant dog and shit like that. Like his transformations are quick in the game. It's kind of rushed, but I mean that game is really good. Like I like you like the Carlos character. He's pretty cool. I put him up there probably like right below Leon. He's my favorite character.
Yeah, so get ready for RE4 remake to be put on every console from here on out. It's gonna be on every single
Hell
new console.
yeah.
Oh yeah,
get
yeah,
ready.
The original.
Yeah. So get ready for that. Yeah. So that was Javon Good with RE4.